What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Charlie, aka Charles Maverick, and you are watching CMaverickReactions. Before I go any further, I'm really annoyed with myself. Like, very, very annoyed. A rookie error on my part, you know, new to using recording software and all that jazz. I recorded season 1, episode 5 of Dun Dun Dun, and season 1 episode 6 of Spike's Family, and I only just realized as I was recording, I was like 10 minutes into watching episode 6 of Arcane, that my microphone wasn't on. I thought, oh no, so I double checked the recording for episode 5, episode 6, and there was no sound for my voice for the reaction that I did. I was just like, it's not, there wasn't really any way I could salvage it. I don't think. I think it would be nigh impossible for me to salvage it if there was no, if my voice was not recorded in the first place. So I've had to scrap those episodes. So when it does come to, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to skip ahead to episode 6 of Dun 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 and episode 7 of Spike's Family. For that, I am really sorry. Rookie error on my part, like I said. I'm going to learn from my mistake. That's why if you ever become a reactor, guys, you've got to make sure everything's working, everything's in running order. Your mic, your headphones, whatever you may be using, just make sure everything is perfect, like set up properly before you start each video. It's so important. Now I've learned the hard way. And also, another side note, if you see me wincing and moving a bit stiff in this video, maybe in the next couple videos, basically I feel like an old man right now, but the top of my spine and my neck has been killing. Been at work today, I could barely move my head that much. It's a lot better now, but yeah. So if you do see me like, I feel like an old man. I'm 30 going on 20, right? Don't mean nothing. Age don't mean a thing. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Like I said, really sorry again, guys. Won't be making that mistake again in the future. It's gonna happen sometimes, I guess. Okay, recap on the last from the last episode. So Caitlyn released Vi from prison. Jace made trade deals with the other counselors just to preserve his own life and the safety of himself and those close around him, I guess, but also to strengthen the ties that he has with the other counselors. Bit of backstabbing, I feel like that could potentially go on with the other counselors if he's not too careful, but he'd done what he thought was best. Powder managed to harness the power of the refined gems, which is not a good thing, of course. Victor is near to death, it seems, which is rather unfortunate, of course. Jason, Madara made love. Did not expect that coming, but that was a beautiful piece of artwork that happened. Like it was really beautiful. It was really beautiful. And Vi clashes with the third in command for Silco, and then the third in command proceeds to tell that Powder's Silco's second in command, which you cannot believe, and then Vi gets stabbed in the abdomen. Then Caitlyn saves the day. But yeah, that's last episode in a nutshell. I'm gonna stop blabbering on now. I'm gonna get into this video. With that being said, get nice and comfy, grab your food, snacks, drink, whatever makes you feel nice and cozy. I'm trying to get nice and cozy myself, but I feel like an old man, like I said. I'll do the same here. Sit back, relax, unwind. I'm gonna get into this one. Man, that's grim. What? Like, what sort of parents would you be to let your children swim in sewage, man? I mean, maybe they haven't got parents, but even so, I'm like, dude, hygiene, okay? For everyone out there, hygiene is important. Kids, hygiene is important. You gotta remember that. Gotta look after yourselves. Ah, it's Victor. feel bad for Victor, man. He's, you know, he's obviously seemed lonely when he was a kid, probably because people didn't want to know him because of his disability, I guess. But even a very smart kid at this age, um, he just took pleasure in creating mechanical things, and you know, yeah, just seeing him work. And obviously, his intelligence grew as he as he started getting older. It's sad, you know, it's sad to see that he's on the brink of death. Careful, man. Where is this? Where has this boat ended up?
Don't be afraid. Loneliness is often the byproduct of a gifted mind.
What is it?
Loneliness is often the byproduct of a gifted mind. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. I think that can be pretty true to a certain extent. Also, is that like a giant pink salamander or something? Am I on the right lines with that? Salamander? That's cute. Kind of reminds me of oh man, what's the name of that what's the name of that dragon in How to Train a Dragon, the black one? Reminds me of that a little bit.
She's dying. I'm attempting to prevent that. The mutation must survive. We can be loners together.
I wonder what sort of significance that old guy plays in Victor's upbringing, perhaps. I don't know whether Victor was an orphan growing up, perhaps. I'm not sure.
I heard your prognosis. I'm terribly sorry, my boy.
Do you contemplate death, Professor?
Only that of friends. I have seen many students. It's a sad truth that those who shine brightest often burn fastest.
That's quite a valid point, and I think a lot of people in the real life world that we occupy share those same insecurities and doubts about themselves. It's like, you know, if they get older and they look back in their life and they think to themselves, what have I got shown to, what have I achieved for myself? You know, what will be remembered of myself when I pass? And, you know, how short-lived will my achievements and recognition be in the grand scheme of things? And the truth is, really, even the greatest minds and the most famous people, good or bad, get forgotten for, you know, in the 200, 300, 500, 1,000 years. You know, it's no matter how big an achievement someone might achieve, or how big of an atrocity someone might commit, in the grand scheme of things, it will just be a passage in a book in hundreds of years to come. You know, like, if we're going to look at it from an existential point of view, or maybe a nihilistic point of view, it's the case of, as human beings, we're a tiny speck in the grand scheme of the universe. You know, like, and I'm not saying that we are insignificant. For ourselves, we're definitely significant, well, depending on your perspective of yourself. But point being is, you've got to live in the moment. You really have. I know it's easier said than done, and I don't really preach that. I don't really practice that a hell of a lot for myself either. But you really do have to live in a moment. You just have to, and then you have to focus on what's immediately around you and in front of you, your immediate family, your immediate friends, your loved ones, partner. Like, just focus on them. Focus on your goals and your tasks. Take it day by day. That's what means the most. That's how you live your life, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, all of us, famous or non-famous, wherever you might, whatever sort of person you might be, or other people might be, all of our achievements will be achievements and what we're recognized for will be short-lived in the few hundred years to come. Some people's legacies might last 1,000, 2,000, maybe a few thousand more years. But that's still really insignificant when you think about the history of the Earth and the universe. So, to those out there who think, oh, you know, what have I got to show for myself in whatever time frame? Just remember that, you know, all of our achievements will, every single one of us throughout history, all of our achievements will be short-lived, no matter what you think. So just make the most of now. That's all you got to do. What is that? Oh, eggs. Maybe a bit of turmeric? Red turmeric? Oh, painting.
I didn't know you were an artist. Victor's dying. I think it has something to do with gases in the fissures where he grew up. Exactly the sort of thing we wanted to fix with Hextech.
I didn't realize he was so close.
He's like my brother.
Ah, it's heavy, man. And you know, this is, well, a lot more of a mature person in this sense, but very similar situation to what Powder went through when she was younger, and the feeling of helplessness and despair that she can't do anything to help those around her. The same here with Jason Victor. Everyone feels it in the world, in the real life world as well. There come points where you're like, damn, what can I do to help someone? But you feel like you can't. And that's the, you know, it's not a nice feeling to experience. I've experienced it a couple times. It's not nice.
Why did you come to me with this?
Nothing feels impossible when I'm with you.
You should be with him, Jace. We can't change what fate has in store for us, but we don't have to face it alone.
It's a beautiful painting.
Damn, that's a huge painting. My God.
Can you do this?
Yes, I don't think that was a wise choice. Do you know what I mean? Like, gosh, she plummeted on that. She got wrecked. Oh, it's the fireflies? Maybe? I can't remember what they're called. Fireflies? Not the show, by the way. It's a good show, but not that one.
Lost who?
God, slap the crap out of her.
It's your sister. She's back.
You're lying. 10 out of 10, Toots. I think I know just how to deliver that message.
About time Daddy joined us. You remember our old friend Vi, don't you? Vander's daughter? She was about your age. Her father went on a long trip, and Daddy here assured me that she left with him. She's in the lanes.
That's not possible.
There's an enforcer with her. A girl.
I'll track her down. I can fix this. Please.
They cannot be allowed to resurface. Do we understand each other? Oops. Oh, so sorry. Accidents happen.
Jesus. Using Marcus, I believe his name is, the Enforcer Commander, using his daughter against him as well, as a threat. when you get, because when you get put in a precarious position like that, like you ain't really got a choice but to do what they ask. It's a low blow, though. It's quite a low blow.
It responds to organic matter. Incredible. It could be the key to augmenting physiology, extending life, curing you. I can feel my body eroding. I'll have Sky bring Heimerdinger. He might know something that could help. In the meantime, we'll do what we do best.
I know you have your reservations about me. This only works if we can trust each other. We aren't monsters, you know. We're people, just like you.
You don't know anything about me.
What is that?
I'm calling it the Hex Core. Your stories of healing magic are samples thus far perished by.
You must destroy it. I've seen nations destroyed by a single seed, and it looked exactly like this. It must be destroyed.
Wait, no, I won't let you.
Jace, this is a violation of the ethos. I will have it destroyed one way or another.
That's your opinion. We'll see if the council agrees.
sort of bloody dog fluffball is that? But yeah, okay, so he saw perhaps a premonition of what could be to come, and he's known that from previous experience, Heimerdinger. So at the expense of Victor's life, I mean, he thinks that is the best thing to do for the greater good. I've said before, I don't really like that saying, but yes, it's a big risk. It's you know, I can understand Jace's motives for not wanting to destroy it.
Is he all right? Wait. Easy. That's Vi, right? Come with me.
The hell is this guy? Man, that looked like bloody Nemesis from Resident Evil. What? That was freaky. And this guy, I remember this guy. He was at Vander's bar, and he almost got swindled for a deal that he made. Yeah, looks like he's got a tumor in his head. Oh, not good.
Shimmer, why would you take something that does that to you?
I just wanted to feel what it was like to be somebody. Trade.
Thank you. I really...
So okay, so Shimmer it's called the pink liquid. So not only, well, I guess I kind of saw that from like a few episodes ago when the blonde guy mutated and was trying to kill Vi and Vander and that before the whole building blew up. That it seemed like he was getting addicted to the Shimmer, and I guess Silco released it on a mass scale and maybe a bit more of a diluted scale, and that made people become addicted to it, and they got side effects, withdrawal symptoms and so forth. Drugs, man.
Counselors, we have lost our way. This city was founded to be a bastion of enlightenment. We were once one tribe. Now we are houses divided. If we set aside our greed and arrogance, we can be one again.
I'm sorry, Professor, but healing this city will take more than just speeches. Time and again, you've warned us what not to do. But let me ask you this. What's your plan to fix this?
Your Hextech projects need more time, more safeguards.
Humans don't live for centuries.
Jace is desperate to help Victor so much that he will go against his own mentor in Heimerdinger to get his way, but in the process I think he's gonna slip up and cause negative things to happen in the future.
You are the true father of Piltover, and your years of service can never be repaid. I believe it's time we gave the beloved founder of our city a well-deserved retirement.
With my deepest respect and appreciation, Professor.
Damn. Sucks, man.
Easy, easy, easy.
Vander's prodigy. I regretted that we've never had the opportunity to speak.
Oh.
You talk too much.
It's a very sad reality of, people will do anything just to get a fix of a drug or whatever form it may be. It's dopamine at the end of the day, in your brain. It's sad. It really is sad.
Wherever you are, light it up and I'll find you.
Wow. This is crazy cinematography and that. It's perfect. Just like the whole sequence in it. Kind of reminds me of like with the music and everything else, it reminds me of like a James Bond sequence from like Casino Royale or something like that. It's madness.
I understand now.
Powder?
Why?
Oh, Powder!
Are you real?
Yes, of course. It's me, Vi. Your sister. I'm here. I'm right here.
Who's she?
Who are you? It's okay. She's a friend.
Savika wasn't lying? You're with an enforcer? This is a trick. You're playing me. Shut up! I'm in no mood.
You didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
Go on. Whoa. Things are just getting super intense right now. It's like things are coming to a climax at this present time, in this timeline. Whew. Yeah, I felt like things are going to fall apart for both cities, that's for sure.
Take her.
Vi?
My goodness. That was heavy. That was super heavy. Decompress from that one. Back again, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so there's a lot to unpack in this episode. So many things happened that I need to get my head around. Okay, so first things first. Victor presents the idea of the hex core to Jace, which Jace agrees, and then they present the idea of the hex core to Heimerdinger, but he outright rejects it with the fear of major catastrophes occurring because of this technology, as it were. But in consequence, Jace manages to get Heimerdinger removed from the council through the guise of retirement, which is an unfortunate thing in itself, because I'm sure they will need Heimerdinger's guidance in the future. And at the same time, Marcus's enforcers block off access to the city via the bridge, which was Marcus's plan in the first place, because his daughter's life is being threatened by Silco, so therefore he has to try and make sure that he captures Caitlin and Vi. Vi manages to recover from her wounds by the medicine that she's given by the strange nemesis looking mutant, but is confronted by Silco because of the guy with specs who sold her out so that he can get a bit of the shimmer. It's unfortunate, quite unfortunate to see. Then as they escape, Pardo lights the flare that Vi gave to her years ago to attract her attention, which Vi does come to her. They reunite, but it's rather fractured, obviously, considering the circumstances. But then their reunion gets cut short by the Firelights, who manage to take Vi, take the refined gem, and then Powder is left angry, frustrated, upset, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of stuff happened in this episode. It was good. It was good, heartfelt, deep, just agonizing to watch sometimes. It really had its dark moments. It's one of the, I don't know, tough. I would say it's arguably the darkest episode I've seen so far. Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot. But anyways, that is the end for this video. As always, if you guys like the video, feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and improve my following, of course. I hope you enjoy your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And aside from that, I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.